Hello everyone, this is Squallcasting, bringing you another game of StarCraft 2. Once again, I am showcasing Huck, as he is one of my favorite players, being a ever so polite Canadian and all-around fantastic StarCraft 2 player. And his opponent for this game is Naniwa. So this game was taken from the MLG Winter Arena, which I was unable to watch. And I never got around to watching the VOD, so I figured, you know what, I'll just cast the game. Why not? Because I love casting. So we do have a mirror matchup here between Huck and Idra. Naniwa throwing down the good game, good luck. Huck, though, wants him to also have fun, and that is so crucial because StarCraft is a game, and games are all about enjoyment. So far, both players playing very standards. It's quite difficult to really deviate at the 1 minute 30-second mark. Both players throwing down their gateways at almost identical times. Naniwa's going down a few seconds sooner, but nothing too significant. The one thing we'll really need to watch for here is gas timings. When they throw down the gases is always so crucial. Naniwa throwing down his immediately at 14 supply, Huck doing the same thing. So far completely mirrored in their builds. Naniwa throwing down a pylon here. I guess just to keep an eye there. Or if Huck wants to swing down around this way. Always a good idea. You always want as much sight as possible around the map to keep an eye on enemy movements. Huck, on the other hand, opting to drop his second pylon here, so that way he does not get Artos' pyloned. And yes, that was stolen from Day 9. A wonderful human being, a fantastic StarCraft 2 caster, a great inspiration to me, and one of the reasons I decided to start casting myself. Now, Huck has thrown down his second gas, so definitely going for a more tech-oriented option. Naniwa, on the other hand, still hasn't gotten it, so we will have to see what directions they go in. Naniwa getting a single Zealot out, and his Cyber Core is slightly behind, so Huck will be able to get his Stalkers a little bit sooner, and immediately building his first Stalker, getting his Warp Gate started immediately, and 3 probes in that second Vespene Geyser. It will be interesting to see what direction Huck goes in. He is well known for his love for Blink Stalker play and just being able to use his excellent control to allow him to whittle away the enemy, deal lots of damage here and there, and just slowly take an advantage without taking any significant losses himself. Naniwa heading up here, so I'm curious what he's doing. Could be he's swinging around to try to build a pylon, and this is a decent place to put it because Huck isn't taking his third anytime soon. Naniwa looking like what he wants to do, a little bit of 4-gate aggression. Huck, on the other hand, pushing forward with the Stalker, gets the first shot on this Stalker, but chooses not to pursue, instead holding that Xel'Naga Watchtower. And this is one of those special Xel'Naga Watchtowers that eventually goes away. I don't remember exactly when it does, but eventually it vanishes, and then you just have to have map control by good use of units and observers and things like that. Naniwa throwing down a hidden pylon there, and that's a million miles from Huck's base, so that could just be for backstabs later in the game. Ooh, Naniwa pushing forward, catching Huck a little bit unawares. Huck having to fall back as Naniwa has the superior unit count. Now, Huck is getting his blink on that Twilight Council, chrono boosting it out, so he has use of it as soon as possible. Naniwa, on the other hand, building a robo facility. So this will likely come down to Immortal versus Blink Stalkers. And that can always be such a difficult situation for the Blink Stalker player, because Immortals do kind of a crazy amount of damage. But that said, Huck's control is so good that he could very well just keep all these Stalkers alive with no problems. And blink back, take out Immortals. He's Huck, he does what he wants. Naniwa getting a hidden pylon down here. We'll see if Huck notices that. No, he doesn't. So Naniwa could warp Zealots in there and walk into the mineral line while Huck is out attacking. And that could be disastrous for him. Huck's blink will be finishing up very shortly, but so will Naniwa's first Immortal. So that could be problematic. Huck, though, has his own hidden pylon, and he is warping in stalkers from there, and he's ready to push in. Naniwa getting in position. Huck blinks a single stalker in to see what's up, and instantly takes out the Immortal. Only lost 2 stalkers so far. Naniwa throwing down a force field, but it's not going to do much because Huck has blink. Huck blinking his units back perfectly to avoid as much damage as possible, trying to keep these stalkers alive for as long as possible, and he needs to fall back a little bit. Very red stalkers, starting to slowly regenerate shields, and Naniwa's having to defend with probes. That is always such a difficult position to be in, because you are getting behind economically while you're trying to ward off this attack. Look at that, 11 HP on that stalker, on the verge of death, but Huck needs to run now. Naniwa has another stalker out, and he needs to let these shields regenerate a little bit. Huck warping in a couple zealots, definitely a good decision, as zealots soak up immortal fire so much better than stalkers. So Huck blinking forward, and try to snipe off units, and this could be real trouble for Naniwa. He is down to just the one immortal, and a zealot that died instantly, so definitely in a tough spot. Huck has the superior unit count now, pushing forward, killing pylons. Naniwa's pushing forward, trying to deal with this, but the blink stalkers are just too good, and immortals just don't deal well with zealots. And I feel like Naniwa's gonna have to tap out here pretty soon. He's losing probes. There's not much he can do at this point. Continuing to blink back excellently. Naniwa with the evil cackle and the GG. So thank you for watching. If you have any feedback or comments, please leave it in the comment section below. I am always trying to improve my casting, and I will see you guys later.